So we are in Florida right now. We're on our vacation. We've been here for a couple of days now. As you can see, I've gotten a little bit of sun. We have been going to the beach and just so thankful to like unplug and have some time off of work. My husband works in finance, so tax season was just really busy, and we take this trip every year because we got married on April 10th. So we actually got married during tax season, literally only because we knew we didn't want to have a long engagement. We got married in 2021 and we knew that we didn't want to have a long engagement, and so we decided on a wedding venue, and they only had dates in like May on a Sunday or April 10th. And so we decided to go with April 10th. So it's during tax season. What we do every year is we wait until after tax season is over, and then literally as soon as tax season is over, then we go on an anniversary trip. So we always come here to Florida for our anniversary trip, and we literally left to come here on tax day. It was the day that we, or maybe it was the day after, I can't remember. We are just enjoying the sunshine. I cannot wait for our manatee tour on Sunday. I actually bought an underwater, like waterproof video camera. I found it on sale on Amazon. It was like originally $105 and I found it for $49. So I was like, I'm definitely buying this because if we have like a lot of manatees that we're swimming with, I really want to be able to capture some of that footage underwater. I'm just really happy to be on vacation, really enjoying just relaxing. And it's like the longest, this is like the longest trip that I've been on, or like the longest I've been away from the office since I quit my job and went full-time with my business. So I'll be honest, preparing to go on vacation for a week was like really stressful, but I think it's because of the time of year. I don't know, usually for like a weekend trip, it would not be stressful at all, but this time it was just especially stressful because there's just a lot going on for a lot of my clients right now, a lot of time-sensitive events, things coming up in April and May. And so like I have a client that had an event at the end of April, and I have another client that has an event at the end of May that's like a really big event. So there's just so much going on. So preparing to take time off for this trip was honestly stressful, but it also put things into perspective for me because it made me wonder, like maybe I do need to look into like getting an assistant or outsourcing some things, because there is an entrepreneur that I follow, and I love her so much, and she said that it's really hard to make 6 figures as a business owner if you're doing all of it on your own and you're never outsourcing anything. And that like really resonated with me because I'm doing really extremely well for my, you know, just I didn't expect to be doing this well at this point with my business. I'm only 6 months into doing this full time, but I have been in business for about 5 years, well, probably like 4.5 at this point, but just didn't expect things to be going the way that they have, and I'm extremely thankful for that. But I'm kind of like, okay, so maybe I do need to look into like getting an assistant. And it's so funny because at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm never gonna hire anybody to do anything for my business because you can't trust people you don't know. And I'm like, well, I encourage all of my clients to outsource things so that they can do the things that only they can do. So I'm like, why do I not look into hiring people? It was honestly just way too stressful preparing to go out of town for this trip. And it just made me realize that there are a couple things that I really would like to outsource and like have somebody kind of like on my team, but probably more as like a contractor and less of like an employee, but somebody that's like a 1099 like contractor that is helping me with a couple of things, especially if I'm like just starting out with trying to outsource things. But so it's like I'm not trying to expand my team right now, but I am looking to outsource. So that's kind of where I'm at with my business right now. I'm preparing to go out of town for this trip that like really just showed me that like I definitely at some point in the very near future, I'm gonna need to outsource some more things if I want to continue to grow and scale at the rate that I'm going. Anyways, we just have been having so much fun. We've been hitting the beach and going to the pool. Tonight we are going to one of our favorite restaurants tonight, and we're gonna have some seafood. And I'm so excited, and it's just been so nice to just relax and not have to worry about email and client work. And I love what I do, but even when you love what you do, you still need a break and you still need a vacation. And I'm just so thankful that we're blessed enough to be able to do this and to come down to Florida. So I'll document some more things throughout the week, but I'm really hoping that I'm gonna get some good footage of the manatees. So stay tuned, but that's on Sunday. Today is Friday, so that'll be coming up very soon. Super excited for that, and just really thankful to be on vacation. Okay, we're stopping for gas right now, but today is the day that we are going to go swim with manatees. So we are going to Crystal River, Florida, and it's gonna be a little over 3 hours to get there. So we have a little bit of a road trip ahead of us today, and we're also going to drive back all in the same day. So I know it's gonna be so worth it. I have my underwater camera. I literally got an underwater camera just for this experience because I was like, I want to try and capture this as much as possible. I'm pretty sure that like the video quality is probably going to be a little like grainy and blurry and not that good, but like I just want to have something to remember this trip by and remember the experience by. So I did get the camera. I got it on sale on Amazon, which I'm really excited about because I didn't want to spend a ton of money on it because it's probably the only time that I'm ever going to use it. But I'm so excited. Hopefully this trip will go by quickly, but I have my little strawberry smoothie for breakfast to eat on the way, and hopefully we will get there on time. We're gonna be stopping for lunch, and it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna be driving over some bridges and going through like Tampa, so that will be fun. Crystal River is a coastal city in western Florida and is home to the Crystal River National Wildlife Refuge, sheltering manatees year-round. Boardwalks at Three Sisters Springs Wildlife Refuge offer views of sea cows and the natural springs. Crystal River is a popular tourist destination known as the manatee capital of the world, and home to the only national wildlife refuge in the US where you can actually get into the water and swim with these beautiful creatures. Manatees are aquatic herbivores or plant eaters. They're also known as sea cows, and these herbivores usually spend up to 8 hours a day grazing on seagrasses and other aquatic plants. A manatee can consume from 4 to 9% of its body weight in aquatic vegetation each day. Manatees are mammals, and their closest relative is the elephant. Adult manatees are typically 9 to 10 feet long from snout to tail and weigh around 1,000 pounds. However, they may grow to over 13 feet long and weigh more than 3,500 pounds. A group of manatees is called an aggregation, and while there were several swimming by our boat, we spent our time today swimming with 3, a mama and her 2 babies. At first, our tour guide was wondering if maybe they were twins, as there were 2 calves with the mother. But at a closer look, it appeared that one baby was a little bit younger than the other, which means that the second calf was likely adopted by the manatee mother. According to our tour guide, young manatee calves are playful, and they even go through teething just like regular babies do. At one point, the youngest calf was even gnawing on the rope tied to her boat. Manatees communicate with each other through high-pitched squeaks. For adult manatees, the squeaks that they make underwater are at such a high frequency that we can't hear it as humans. But with manatee babies, aka the manatee calves, you can hear those underwater. You can't hear it in this video, but if you ever go to Crystal River to swim with the manatees while they're feeding on seagrass and other plant vegetation, if you put both of your ears in the water and listen closely, you can even hear the sound of them munching on the seagrass below. According to our tour guide, it's highly likely for all adult manatees that they will come into contact with a boat at least 2 to 3 times in their lifetime. We were able to see a lot of scars from boat propellers on the manatees that we observed today, and it was very heartbreaking to see. This is why it's so important to keep an eye out for the manatee crossing signs and to not speed in a no-wake zone when you're in the water. They also have tiny hairs on their back that allow them to feel vibrations in the water. This means that they were able to feel as soon as we stepped into the water from the boat, and they can also feel your heartbeat from 10 feet away. For manatees that reside in rivers or springs, they have a buildup of algae on their backs, which allows us to be able to tell how long they've been in a particular place. They use this buildup of algae to determine how long they have been residing in Crystal River. As for the manatees that are residing in the Gulf, they oftentimes will have a buildup of barnacles on their back. Our trip to Crystal River was nothing short of incredible, and we'll never forget swimming with the manatees.
Birds hand their nests down to their young, so it's always being utilized by the next generation.
That's cool.
So instead of
We really got the product.